the road and just Silent Hill type fog. It was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. I wanted to start taking pictures because every time I passed a gas station, it just looked fucking hard. Like a 7-Eleven, like barely peeked out from the fog. Like, if only.
Nah, that shit is scary as fuck. I fuck with the fog though, but
I do too. But that shit was.
I ain't crossing no damn bridge, nigga. I don't want the Loch Ness picking my shit up.
I know when you see the Mississippi too, the fog's like creeping over.
Yeah, on me, I'm like, yeah, the Loch Ness about to come the fuck out.
It's like some fucking Dark Souls.
Take everything. Shit. I don't know how I'm explaining this to my manager, nigga. Y'all gonna have to have someone else come in. The Loch Ness got my shit. But yeah, we live and back in action, people. Oh, let me pause this before non-sue us. We live and back in action. You know me. Oh, now I want to say show lyrics and I pause the shit.
Wow.
Right,
maybe it's just for this. They're like, this song deserves.
Here you go, fam. Yeah, we back at it again, man. We got here on the right of me. We got Thomas, a.k.a. Skewbone. We got on the left of me.
Bone, bone. Yeah, that Paccarillo.
We got M Bone on the left of me. Charlie Bone. And together we are Mopods in Harmony.
Okay.
Or a.k.a. STLiens if you nasty.
Speaking of nasty, you might have heard 2 seconds of Nas' new album, Magic.
Oh, I got that nasty.
Go listen
Nas.
to it.
Okay.
Yeah, nasty, right. Go listen to it, Magic, Hit Boy. Great album. Nas is really showing his true colors, tapping back at that 90s bag.
Really showcasing his lyrical ability.
Really showcasing. Hit Boy did hard too, man. He killed it.
Mm-hmm.
He went on his like Griselda whistle
Exactly.
synth. I don't know. He
I like
did.
to see Hit Boy grow as a producer. It's fucking awesome. I remember his first major hit, that niggas in Paris.
That boy is really coming with the hits.
Yeah, he's hitting.
Yeah,
no
And
pun
it's like
intended.
he kind of like went ghost for a little minute because that came out and it was like, all right, now I know who Hit Boy is, and then it just kind of went, you know.
Right.
I heard
and then now he's like, all right, I'm dropping full projects with niggas.
I heard he got blackballed though around town that niggas in Paris dropped.
Because of Kanye, he kind of had some like beef with him at the time.
Beef with Kanye?
Yeah, so they tried
what
to derail him. I think with that niggas in
Felt like
Paris.
he didn't get paid enough?
Nah, I think with that niggas in Paris, if my memory serves me correct, I think it was maybe like some like a producer clash. Like Kanye wanted to sound like this, but then Hit Boy's like, bruh, it's better like this. And then Kanye pulled some Kanye shit and like, you know what, man? All right, fuck that. We just doing this song. You get the fuck out of here, nigga.
Oh, they were supposed to do more songs?
Could have.
Yeah, I think it was just a dispute over niggas in Paris, and then they kind of tried to derail Hit Boy. But he came back, and that's why you see him with all these projects and shit now.
Yeah, and the fact that he's that's insane. I never would have thought that he'd make more than one project with Nas. Like, that's crazy.
Facts.
You have 3 projects now, and on top of that, I will say I was really hyped when Nas came back after. Yeah, every fucking pod, it's some type of siren.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie.
Now while we watch out
in this direction, yeah, bro, that's all I heard.
It's like that, man. It's not as peaceful.
Many times I gotta like move out the way for an ambulance or some shit like that. It's always
Crazy ass shit. But now go ahead, bro. My bad. I just wanted to say that because in my mind, I'm laughing hella hard because you casually talking about this shit. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
see, I'm trying to tone it out. Like every day, you just hear it. You're like, all right, anyway, let me talk about
that. I actually got a concept of a song based off of that, but I'm not gonna say it on here because I don't want niggas stealing my ideas. I say it after we get done recording.
I thought about like I said, I got that Ka vinyl about last week, that Orpheus versus Sirens. That's what that made me think of, was Sirens. Great song.
Oh, that's the joint you showed me.
Yeah, that was the joint. Yeah, very
was
street concept of Greek mythology. You can't get harder than that. Kendrick never did that, and I love Kendrick, but come on, man.
Man, look, I told you, he got into the end of this year. This nigga is off my top 5.
You have 5 days left,
Man,
Kendrick.
he got 5-day theory type shit. But anyways, with December last month, all that shit. How was the holidays for you, gentlemen?
Interesting.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah,
It's pretty decent.
Y'all was chilling with family or dolo?
My family didn't do what they usually do. A lot of people had stuff going on this year. So I was with my intermediate family, and we made the best of it.
There you go.
So that's all that matters.
Yo, my pops respects the brand now.
That's nice.
He went on the website. He went on the website and bought like over $200 worth of shit. So
Real shit.
It was more gunshots.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's funny because
PlayStation.
okay, so I'm gonna just do a big wrap around real quick. So the reason why even the whole ideology of like Sopranos and all that shit stood out to me and shit was because of my father. You know what I'm saying? So like the fact that I'm into like shit like Carhartt and shit, all that little shit is because of my father. You know what I'm saying? My father was the one who had the original idea of me even starting my own shit. He just kind of thought I was going to draw to do it, but I never knew how to draw. So that was before I really even wanted to do it.
Right.
So the fact that, you know what I'm saying, he's I ain't gonna lie, my pops, he's a little slow. It takes him a minute to get, you know what I mean, get what's going on.
That's a lot of older people though, low key.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, you know, but shit, he been knew that I was doing this shit, and he been had shit. I tossed my pops one of my very first hats that I made. I tossed my pops the very first hat that I made for Father's Day and shit. And he just took it and was like, all right. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just funny how, shit, that was like probably like a year ago.
So
maybe
seeing how
2.
things came
full
circle.
just go full circle. Like, damn, we at this point. What Gibbs say? By the time you need it.
I know what you
I was on the
show
TV.
You love, you don't need me. Ain't show me love. I was on the
TV.
Nah, I just playing, but it's just like, you know, it's just funny how shit come by the time you just like over it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh damn, alright. But it is tight. I appreciate shout out to my pops, yo. But shit, Charles. Speaking of Sopranos, Charles had got me. Yo, he went and got me the original. I feel like these was one of the very first copies.
Yeah.
Of the show in general, because this is season 1. So Charles has literally got me.
That's even more vintage.
One of the very first copies in general of my most favorite show of all time, The Sopranos.
Maybe
he has awarded me this. Well, this ain't Christmas, but you know what I'm saying.
It's Kwanzaa, fam.
It's this Kwanzaa. He is awarded me this very Kwanzaa. With yeah, bro, just the very first recording of my very most favorite TV show of all time.
Maybe a lot of cap on that one. I don't know
how this happened.
You can't. The Sopranos, the earliest format of data, or you know, the disc that they had
like this was the thing.
That was the original, VHS.
This is season 1, so this is the very first. Recording. The very first set.
There was not ever a remastered VHS set. So this is the original.
Sets was a thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't no Netflix. You had to purchase the fucking set.
Just had that in your collection. Like, all right, I got that. If you didn't
catch it all on TV, you had to. If you didn't have cable, you know what I'm saying.
So when Bae came, when the taxi dropped her off, when she came out of town, she was like, "Man, I never even peeped the Sopranos like that. You had to bring out the set." Which one? You missed episode 5 and 6.
And they say, you know what they say in the Sopranos world. I become very familiar with the fans of the show. In the Sopranos world, you not a real fan if you ain't got no type of set to flex. I noticed that. People like the real fan, they be like, "Oh, I got the set at the crib." Like that's the ultimate flex. That means you was on it when it was out. You know what I'm saying? And you just never gave your setup.
Right.
So all the OGs and shit, like older dudes, and they like we get talking about a show. You like, "Oh yeah, I got the set at the crib."
It was funny.
Like, oh damn.
It's funny because when I showed my mom y'all presents, she flipped at that and she was like, "I didn't even know that shit even existed like that." And then I showed her your camera and she was like, "What the fuck? I remember when this was out like that." She's like, "How the hell you find one like in mint condition like that?" I'm like, "Man, look at the fucking draw."
Dude, this guy somehow found one of the first original Kodak instant Polaroid pictures, and on top of that, it's color. So when this shit came out, people were fucking. Like shit just wasn't black and white. It was actually colored instant photos.
That's how I know the universe be working in crazy ways, because out of all the times me shopping for not only my family but for y'all, I came across those two things. And I was like, what are the fucking chances of me coming across two objects that both of y'all are actually
fucking with,
tied to? Yeah. Like I found like a piece of fucking film for you, and then like the actual show that you've been fucking with. the chances of just coming across shit like that.
That is true, man. I feel like if they weren't both there, it probably would have just been like, all right, I'm probably not gonna get anything. But it was just like, just by chance, you're like, damn, I can get some for him and him.
Bro,
Came together perfect.
It's crazy.
Oh, and then on top of that, for comedic relief,
Maybe I'll fuck with it.
he also got me a DVD of 8 Mile, which as a white guy, you know, that's like the Bible to us apparently.
I feel like as like a very chill and cool white dude, you need to have that in your crib.
What?
Fuck yeah,
Like
8 Mile.
8 Mile.
Surprisingly, I don't have a copy.
I feel like every grimy white dude
every black home I went to as a kid had 8 Mile on DVD.
Yeah, it was right by Hustle and Flow.
It was in there.
It was
this
right
before
by
Hustle and Flow even came out. 8 Mile wasn't just in everybody collect. You had 8 Mile, Dead Presidents,
Belly,
A Low Down Dirty Shame.
You know, I feel like that movie helped end racism a bit.
Which one?
8 Mile.
8 Mile.
I feel like Eminem really stepped up for the culture.
There was no other way for you to show how he came into the game. It made you respect him. If you didn't know the story, if you felt like, oh, this white dude trying to rap, trying to be black, it showed you his story. Like, no, he really from that.
Right,
Man,
and not even that. He's not even trying to be quote black.
He like, bro, I can't. I wouldn't even beef with a rapper. I'll beef with my mom.
Yeah, like
real gangster, like
real life.
Before
problems.
I even knew what beef was, I was beefing with my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't even let you know, dog. He really from that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And what made it even more crazy? What made it more crazy? This motherfucker from the Midwest.
Midwest.
That's what I was saying.
If he would have been like on the West Coast, East Coast, it would have looked kind of corny, like, oh, he trying to be a part of the culture. But the Midwest, bro, gave it that right amount of griminess.
Eminem earned the respect of New York, bro. Coming in as a white rapper alone was a lot of pressure. Yeah. And then for like,
no, as a serious white rapper,
for like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, you know,
because you had Beastie Boys, Vanilla Ice, but people wasn't taking them
Beastie
serious.
Boys is hard, bro. Beastie Boys is hard.
But they did. But
Beastie
again,
Boys is hella.
I'm very happy that the Beastie Boys are that, like, they're on LL Cool J's level.
Motherfuckers don't play about.
But I'm talking about the gangsters wasn't fucking with Beastie Boys.
Like, no, like Beastie Boys is hard. Like motherfuckers.
No, I'm just saying.
Motherfuckers will go to bat for the Beastie Boys,
bro. I'm just saying they're hard. But again, like Eminem had prominent figures in the culture that was fucking with, like 50 Cent, Dre, nigga, like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When Eminem came out, it was like Dre vouched for him, and then 50 vouched for him, and then next thing you know, you hear him on Jay-Z's album, and then he making beats for Jay-Z.
And this dude can actually,
you know what I'm saying? Like, don't sleep. Like, yeah, I know. Like now, niggas talk about it a lot. Like, oh damn, don't nobody listen to Eminem, or you gotta be like a certain type of person to like Eminem or none of that shit. Bro, first of all, Eminem's entrance to the game was one of the most legendary entrances I've ever seen, bro.
Yeah.
And when you talk about a white rapper coming into the game, not even on no trying to be black shit. Like, Eminem wasn't even on no, like, on, like, some hippity hop shit.
That's
like, what are you doing?
He
like,
was serious with
yeah, he came out as himself. He was serious on some loony shit. It was almost like, he was almost like the white Busta Rhymes.
Yeah,
he just had that level of skill and creativity and wackiness,
and no other white artist had that.
He just had that level, and he came out with that, and it's like motherfuckers, like, you know, I don't know, I don't think motherfuckers understand how hard you gotta be to earn everybody respect coming into the game. Like,
right, that's true.
With all odds being against you like that, and this is a motherfucker that motherfuckers was scared to beef with.
Right.
When Eminem came out, he came out like swinging. Right. He was by the time he got into the game, he was so fucking confident, bro. He was just like, I get at it with anybody. Because I don't give a fuck.
Well, that's
Eminem ain't ducked no rap lyrically from no rapper, bro.
He had the prep. He was battle rap.
But as an Eminem partial fan, you know, like I don't bump him every day, but I respect him greatly. There's a lot of criticism from people about Eminem where they think that he's beefed with more non-rappers than rappers themselves, so a lot of people didn't take him seriously in that sense. But every rapper, even Benzino, I don't even consider him a fucking rapper. When he did Nail in the Coffin, shit like that, obliteration. What he did to Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon, fucking devastation.
Mariah Carey,
Mariah Carey did make an amazing banger.
You know that was
Mariah Carey is the only one that is able to say that she defeated Eminem lyrically. I will say that. With that beef in between Eminem and Mariah Carey, Mariah Carey definitely buried Eminem, bro. Obsessed When she turned that shit to a club
Right,
hit
right.
and started making money off that shit, and then got Gucci Mane on the single.
She pulled
Right.
Drake before Drake.
Because Gucci
She
Mane
pulled
and
the Drake
She
before
pulled the
Drake,
Drake
right.
before Drake.
Bro, she annihilated
But
Eminem.
if you listen, I agree with that. But the only reason why I disagree with that,
Because if you hear what Eminem is saying,
it
on
don't
that
matter.
bro,
She annihilated
if you listen
Eminem,
to his
bro.
reply to the warning, if
bruh,
you listen
it's
to the
intense.
warning,
I've
It's-
never
it's
heard. First of all,
intense.
I've never heard Mariah Carey ever like straight diss nobody. So the fact that Mariah Carey feels
Nah,
like
I
she
feel
has
like-
to diss a motherfucker,
I feel like
that was already
Mariah
a big
dissed
deal.
J-Lo a couple times.
And then she made it. She made it Mariah, bro. She put some ill ass vocals on it. She made it catchy.
why you?
She had a hard ass read. She got Gucci on the remix because Gucci and Eminem had fell off. So it was like,
Damn.
it was like a re-up. Like, oh,
Not
okay.
Gooch.
You know what I'm saying? This is
That
the time.
Gucci,
This
nah,
round
I'm
time
just-
Gucci
yeah, you
is
right, you
a
right.
lot of attention surrounding Gucci on the streets and shit. So it was just like, it was just hard, bro. That shit, I don't even think, man, that shit is hard, bro.
I get it, but just what Eminem was saying on the fucking song. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a man of facts. Like, if you over here saying all facts, like, no catchy shit.
I
like,
never
you saying all
understood if
facts on that.
I never seen if at
You
the
saying Mariah was lying? Mariah
No.
was capping?
No.
no,
She
it's
wasn't
just said
capping.
Eminem
She-
came back way harder.
Nah,
You
it's
a
just-
mom and pop, I'm a corporation.
See, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. This is my only thing about it. Mariah Carey said the truth. Eminem said the honest truth.
Yeah.
That's it.
I
Honest.
don't
versus-
know what the truth
Listen
is,
to the
man.
warning,
I
man.
don't-
You
I
will
wasn't
be
around.
shocked.
I wasn't around none of y'all to know what the fuck happened with y'all motherfuckers. All I know is Mariah Carey. She stepped. She stepped on that one, bro. She stepped. Like, I can't even believe she felt the need to diss a motherfucker. Like, you ain't never heard Keisha Cole diss fucking Young Jeezy or fucking Keisha Cole. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mariah straight came out of, like, you know what I'm saying?
Eminem made beef in hip hop global. Like, it wasn't just hip hop artists. He was beefing with NSYNC. He was beefing.
I mean,
with,
yeah, Eminem he definitely played a good part in increasing the competitivity, the
'Cause he was
competitiveness of the sport. Like him did, 50 did, Drake. That's why he attracted the attention of motherfuckers like 50 and Dre, because when Dre and 50, when they was both coming out as different artists, they was coming out on some competitive shit. Like, Dre was coming out saying, fuck a lot of motherfuckers.
Right.
What y'all want to do? He was making beats, but he was talking to shit like, nigga, we the West. How y'all want it? You know what I'm saying? 50 came out, what up, blood? What up, cuz? Like, that's not a good song. That is not a song. Motherfuckers misinterpret that song. That's not a song of good greeting. He's basically saying he don't gangbang and he'll get at any nigga. So he basically like, what up, blood? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
He
saying?
doesn't
Like,
matter
up,
what you
cuz?
are.
Yeah, I'm with it.
yeah,
I'm with
yeah,
the shit.
right.
What up, gangster? Like, you know
That's
what I mean?
hard.
Like, you know. So
He was giving you a few examples, and he was like, just gangster. Just if you
basically anybody. So
hard.
shit, it was just like they respected how M was able to come out and get on that competitive shit. And then you got rappers that's just good by staying in their own lane.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Currency. He ain't never been a diss rapper. I don't even think Currency really got no diss songs.
I don't think so.
He
Nah,
just kind of was hard just staying in his own lane.
He gonna do the Jay-Z type of diss where he throw out a little baller ass line.
No,
Yeah.
I've never really heard Currency really, like, as far as like rappers and shit.
I've never heard a name drop.
Rappers just kind of fuck with Currency because he just be, you know, in his own little
Right, he in
world.
his
He
own
not that.
lane.
If
type
you don't
of-
like him, you're just hating just because you're like jealous.
yeah,
or
he
something.
just like cars and shit. Like,
Yeah, he's
Currency was
not-
just dope, just staying in his lane. He ain't really had to get in, and he stayed competitive with it by always staying on top of his shit lyrically. But he ain't never really had to, like, you know what I'm saying, mention nobody or
True, but I mean,
call something a diss or I don't know.
no, that's
Yeah.
true. But then if you look at a lot of rappers too, the main reason they just like doing that because that competitive nature in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
But
all
you
right,
got
I wanna
motherfuckers
let
who look
niggas
at it
know.
competitively differently. Like, motherfuckers like...
Yeah, it's the levels to it.
It's levels.
to
Like,
it.
this
It's
is the
levels.
thing. Motherfuckers, it is a competitive sport. Don't get me wrong. But you gotta know how... See, motherfucker like Eminem, he looking at it competitively like, okay, nigga, I'm gonna just wrap circles around you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, he just like, yo, like, it ain't on no, like Eminem say he'll do some crazy ass shit, but Eminem don't be on no, like...
Dude,
Exactly.
when we see each other, I'ma shoot. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, it ain't on no, like, competitive, like I'm gonna out gangster you.
Right.
It's
No,
just like,
it's
all right,
just
you
like-
diss me, like,
What
all right,
you-
I'm gonna get disrespectful. You know what I'm saying?
What
It's almost
draws
on a
the
battle
line
rap
between-
type
But
level.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But he comes from that.
You know what I'm
He comes from
saying?
that.
You
So
know what I
it's
mean?
natural.
Yeah, you know
It's
the 8
natural.
Mile. You feel me?
Cause
So
look, cause people like
Yeah.
Royce did the same thing when he was dissing D12.
Yeah.
Like he was just
it's
being
a sport of disrespect.
That's what I'm
You know what I'm
saying, so-
saying? It's like, but some people get competitive on some like, oh, like you rap like you harder than me, so.
But see
you
where
know
they
what I'm
come
saying?
from. Look
Yeah,
where most
like,
gangster
it just
gangsters come.
depend on how you look.
Yeah,
at it.
look at most artists from gangster rap come from. They come from on the block to where it's like, hey, you know, big homie and you this right here. So in their head, when they in hip hop, they thinking competitively like, all right, how it was back on the block.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you trying to little homie me right now. Compared to
Bruh,
motherfuckers like M,
I feel like that was where
can
the
just-
Tupac and Biggie beef went wrong, though. I feel like because it kind of started. That was when rap was like getting gangster to the point to where motherfuckers is really talking about like.
No,
you know
not,
what I'm saying?
Not only that, but you started
You
having
know,
artists
and
that
Wait,
really
wait,
came
hold
from
up,
that.
hold up. Before we even get that, because that's another crazy ass topic.
Hell yeah.
Before we get off the Eminem thing, the only thing I want to say on that is that the thing that separates him, and he's like the god tier of this level. He not only started out as a battle rapper, but this dude has the greatest offense. He disses himself and says he doesn't even give you ammo. He
'Cause he
disses
already
himself
put that out there. Yeah.
and leaves the other person, like on the first verse, he's just going off on himself. Then they're like, damn, okay, my whole diss was basically saying that. And then he comes back with his second verse, and then that's him just dissing you. And it's just, you can't fucking beat it.
Nah, that's
like
true.
reverse psychology, art of war, lyrical
Art
of
shit
war,
from
real
Eminem.
shit.
Type shit for
But
real.
fucking,
for real. You
I feel
right,
like
you
that's
right.
kind of where the Tupac and Biggie shit came from, because it was like rap. Before that, rap was looked at as being like people just wanted to see who was nicer than who with the words.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers will say little shit, but
Like,
like,
okay, that was dope.
when
you know what I mean?
Tupac and Biggie came out, it was like everybody thought Tupac was hard, everybody thought Biggie was hard. So when they kind of just had their little falling out, motherfuckers stopped looking at it like the fans was kind of looking at it lyrically like,
But
I
now
like
they
this
looking
person
at it
more like this.
personal, more
But they
street.
looking at it
More
like,
street.
oh, okay, like we you
Like,
y'all,
they
we
really at
pussy,
it.
we
They
like
really
you know
at
what
it.
I mean? Like y'all harder than us, like. Y'all New York dudes harder than us. Y'all LA dudes harder than us. All right, well, we gonna see who hard then when we
Exactly.
see each other. You
That's
know what I'm
some
saying?
street
Like,
shit. On some street
but
shit.
The view of competitiveness switch from
Exactly.
being lyrical to straight action. Like that's when you
Exactly.
start seeing like real shit happen amongst like the hip hop world, and it was so early. That's why the murders ain't never get solved, bro. Because hip hop was still so very fresh and new.
They
The
didn't.
police ain't even know what was going on.
Right, right.
There
You
know what I'm
wasn't
saying?
hip hop police.
They
It was
probably
hip-hop
didn't even
police.
report that as Biggie being shot when that first happened. They just like,
just
oh,
some
shit.
random guy.
Yeah,
got
yeah,
fucking,
fucking, you know,
'Cause
drug
usually-
dealer or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
'Cause
fucking
usually-
gang murder. You know what I mean?
Usually artists or musicians back then died off of overdoses.
Right.
So again, I get what you're saying. They probably like, oh, gunshots. Like, man, people ain't getting.
on me,
hit like that.
And then they motherfucker like, oh shit, these two is rappers and they been getting into it.
Yep.
So the police, by the time police even figured out what the fuck was going on, even though he had been put out there, that's crazy when some shit. These niggas is literally openly coming at each other on the songs, bro.
Right.
Just like now,
Right.
they literally doing the same shit niggas is doing now.
Just on more.
They
on
just
songs.
openly
didn't have
dissing
access
each
to,
other.
You know.
And the police just didn't know because they wasn't in that. You know what I'm saying?
wasn't
They
in that
sons
circle.
and shit
They wasn't in that
was
circle.
listening to that shit, but the police themselves wasn't
Exactly.
like.
So they couldn't
you
hear
know
the
what I mean?
message.
They didn't
So
even
it
know.
took a minute for them to be like, oh shit, like these
This
motherfuckers
is
literally
real.
been going at it for the last 6 months, and this shit was bound to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Then you got Snoop Dogg just kicking down fucking buildings. Which, by
But-
the way,
yeah,
I was
exactly.
surprised to hear that apparently Snoop Dogg and them make. Because if you listen to the lyrics, they're not even dissing New York.
Yeah, they just made the video because of that whole
Yeah,
situation.
Yeah, because New
This
York
was the
thought
video
they
got
were
sent out.
dissing them.
Yeah.
So they basically were like, "All right, fuck you. We're gonna make the video and just knock down buildings."
But I do want to say
that's
real
funny, 'cause
quick.
that one music video really like
Spark.
New York was really bothered by that. New York was really bothered. by
Jay Z
that.
made a line about it.
Yeah, bro, they still bring that up and all kind of shit. Like,
Do you think the hip hop police came from modern journalism, like MTV?
the
when they
hip hop
started
police
covering?
came from Tupac and the Biggie situation.
That's what I
That
was
was
gonna
when
say.
motherfuckers
That
started to look like, okay, we need to listen to
But-
what the fuck is going on with these rappers and shit, so we can like.
But that's why I bring in places like outlets like MTV, all those sections, because wouldn't know about that until they watch that. Because again, like how you just said, the kids know about it, but grown like the police officers, they're gonna be watching news, the television. So when excuse
not
me,
to say it wasn't no police listening to rap, but I'm just saying,
I'm just saying
rap wasn't as popular then as it is now. Now everybody like everything sound like rap. Rap running everything right now.
No, I was just saying like these government powers that control like Fox, that was Fox, MTV, all that, they have a direct connection to it. So those people that's from that cloth are gonna be watching that. So before MTV was even establishing hip hop, all these big outlets, it was just the streets talking about it, or maybe like the source. That's something for the community. But it wasn't until MTV, Fox, where all these like upper echelon elites started really having their eye on hip hop, and when they started to report it, that's what made people like the police officers be like, "Oh shit, something really is going on here."
Right.
Cause I'm personally not listening to the music, so I would know off of that. I gotta watch a platform that I've been watching for so long, like a popular platform. So when they started covering hip hop, I think that's when it started going to the masses, like the police and everything. And that's what I feel like made like the
Prodigy
hip-hop
talks
police.
about it in his book, bro. He literally documents his experience with the actual hip hop task force, and he was trying
It's
to
hard.
like, you know what I'm saying, let motherfuckers know. Cause I ain't gonna say too much, but they was trying to use him to get to other rappers and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck is this shit?" You know what I mean? And you know, he just talk about, you know what I mean, getting into legal situations with the mob. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that was just part of Mobb Deep at that time, even being locked up with Alchemist and shit. You know what I'm saying? How Alchemist would like usually get out early just off, you know what I'm saying, being white. You know what I mean? Like, you know, just all kind of shit, you know. But, bro, check out the book, bro. Read that fucking My Infamous Life. Prodigy of Mobb Deep.
I know. I've been meaning to, and I was just at a bookstore earlier. I didn't know if they sold it at Barnes and Noble though. I want an actual hard copy.
Off my phone, bro. That's what made me like really just stick to reading it, because it was just like I always got my phone on me. So
I'm gonna look that shit up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
that shit hard.
Much more willing to read when you just, you know what I mean? It's, you know, you got to remember to take a book or pack a book.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you got the book on your phone, you can just
anytime,
non-stop.
Right now, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
So I was reading fuck out that motherfucker.
That shit is hard. Pull it up right on your phone, nigga. Making instant noodles. Read a book while you making them. That's the life we live here right now. Shit is crazy.
Infamous up in this. You know how we get down.
Is that your girl? She
Feeling our style.
Bro, hella random real quick, bro, but one of the sci-fi movies I was watching, you know, I was telling y'all how we be watching sci-fi movies and shit.
Tremors.
Facts. Yo, it's this movie called Cherry 2000 that came out in like 84.
Yeah.
And
Good
the whole
year.
premise of the whole premise of the movie is this dude got this like cyber robot type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like married to it and had a whole like happy relationship. But some shit happened to where like the government, it's like some weird tax shit. He wasn't able to pay them some money. So they deactivated the bitch, the cyborg bitch. And he ended up getting the card out of her, like the file. Some SD card shit. Like, bitch, come here. Took the card out. And so he's pretty much on the hunt throughout the world to try to find another cyborg that can take the chip. Because this, anyone can get a cyborg, like wife, whatever, but it's like certain models. But the model he had, title Cherry 2000 or whatever, that it's not even no one popular. I forgot the only.
You said 1984?
Yeah. But no,
Patrick Swayze.
No, the whole thing on me. But that was like the model, so he tried to find that model everywhere. So I'm watching that movie and I'm like, damn, bro, if you look at it now, motherfuckers be on that shit. Motherfuckers be loving technology to where it's just like, bro, I will go to any ends of the earth to make sure to get this. Motherfucker break the newest iPhone. They like, man, I really need that shit. And they was like, man, bro, the only way you can get it if you go out to LA right now, like niggas will go that length to
Wake up hip hop. Go to sleep hip hop. Dream about hip hop.
Come on, man.
I got a nickname for all my guns.
Yo, he said he wake up and go to sleep hip hop. That shit, right? He said, wake up hip hop. Go to sleep hip hop.
I feel that though. I feel
Dream
that.
about hip hop.
Feel that.
I am hip hop. Oh man. That shit, yo, that's like one of the most New York songs I ever heard, dog.
Bro.
New York got some New York ass songs,
Dude,
bro. I'm
Mano.
trying to tell you.
All I gotta say is Mano.
New York minute. It's hella just like public service announcement. That's one of the most New York songs
They
ever,
had that
dude.
on-
No, he just saying New York
Oh,
song.
okay.
Dude.
I was like, they
On
had
me,
that on
public
Jam.
service
bro.
announcement. Nigga,
Dude.
like,
This is hella songs. It's just, oh man, it's hella, bro.
that's where
Fucking-
every coast though.
Yeah,
that's where every
LA
coast-
got some songs that is hella LA.
South anything
It's
with
that
trap in
synth.
it.
Yeah.
Anything
Right.
with trap. That motherfucker be like couch trap, trap bench. Like niggas be like,
Alt trap.
that shit be hard as fuck too when you listen to it. Like
It's always, man. Throw a trap beat on it. It's gonna be
But
a
nah,
banger.
every region got their head ass like songs that sound just like.
Midwest is melody.
Oh yeah, facts. We talked about this. Yeah.
Just melody in your shit on your Kid Cudi. Humming.
Oh yeah, Kid Cudi, by the way, was in that Don't Look Up movie too, bro.
He was.
Yep.
He was
Damn, see,
with
that would have been crazy for me to just see. Like, why do y'all have to do this, bro? Like, I would have been
Well,
like, wow. is
it's
that
fucked
really
up
good?
because honestly, at the time we were talking about like a few days ago how this would have been one of the topics on the podcast. Because I honestly didn't think you'd even fucking care. Because Leo didn't really do a. You're gonna just say the same thing. You're gonna be like, oh, he's just playing a guy that yells.
You
I already knew.
you see it though. You see it now. You're just like, all right, Leo. Like, what's standing out
in this
here, dude?
movie though.
Hold on,
Yeah, he's
hold
just
on.
Leo now.
Relax. Hold up.
He does like
You
some
know,
some compulsive angry shit. You know
No,
what I'm
But he
saying?
does play a really
That's what
nerdy,
I'm
like
saying.
anxiety having.
Yeah,
guy.
compulsive, just you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know, yeah,
He may be the
pacing
same
back and forth
person.
and shit.
He
You know
may
what
be
I
the
mean?
same person, but he switched up the seasoning on this one.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's
Switch
not
up the
as.
seasoning.
It's not as.
Yep.
I don't want to say bland.
Type of shit.
He put a little oregano on it. You know what I'm saying? He did a little different.
It's like when
emotions.
Leo acts, he just becomes his eyebrows.
Jack Nicholson reincarnated, dude.
Well, Jack Nicholson is more like, I don't know.
His
Jack
facial features are extremely like. If he was an actor on Heavy Rain, he would have did a good job. That motion cap would have been fucking insane.
Jack Nicholson has just always just kind of been like, I don't know. He just always had that presence of just being, you know what I
a
mean?
man of action.
Dude, he played a
He's-
great
he's like-
Joker. He was
He's
a
like,
great Joker.
yeah, he's just like a villain. Just
Yeah. Very
all
spontaneous.
around. You can't really use him for nothing else. He's just great for that.
But that's range right there. Cause he's
Does
in
he
a
have
couple,
any movie where he's not a villain?
Yeah, he's been in a couple movies.
Yeah.
He's in a romantic comedy.
Yeah, he's in a rom com.
Yeah, he got
Bro.
range, bro.
He just always played one of the good villains to me. He's always at the Laker games and shit like a villain.
Yeah,
He's got
just
the-
sitting there with
Yeah.
the shades and shit.
He's just like a villain, dude. Like, didn't he try to get at Jay Lawrence on the low?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He's just like,
Just like a legit Batman villain. Like he's just somewhere in God.
like the villain of Hollywood, dog. Nah,
That's
shout
hard.
Shout out to Jack Nicholson.
He's a great actor. Departed. He played a great villain, man. He
True.
played a
Facts.
great mafia boss.
He did, man. It's something about that little Vegeta hairline.
He was very Boston, I would say.
I was gonna say that Boston,
Yeah, just something, you know.
Boston, my boss.
grimy
That was
Boston
definitely
white
him, man.
guys.
He had initial ideas for that script that was intentionally sicker than what was on there, but they would like decline him. So I've heard. Like, he'd be like, "Nah, I want my dude to say this and do this," and the director would be like, "Dude, that's just too grimy. Like, we can't put that on there."
Damn.
Like, yeah, like Jack Nicholson.
That's what happened with what's that Law Abiding Citizen? I think.
Law
With-
Abiding Citizen was grimy.
Is that the one with Jamie Foxx
Yeah.
and Gerard Butler?
Yeah. That's just grimy.
Here's
That
the
shit-
thing.
Wasn't that directed by the same people who did Saw?
Yeah, I think
It
so.
was. That
It
shit-
looked like it.
Yeah,
all
that's
they
what I'm saying.
movies
Yeah,
is
they
grimy.
look
Like
like-
Yeah,
that
they
death
got
sentence.
that filter.
That death
That
sentence
blue
with Kevin
hue.
Bacon.
Yeah,
bluish
Death
hue.
Sentence. Yeah.
Bro, that shit was grimy, bro. They
That was the
shit-
first movie I seen Kevin Bacon in that was like actually like fucked up.
That was grimy, bro.
But the fucking movie I'm talking about, Jamie Foxx. Apparently, the ending was supposed to be like Gerard Butler's character gets his revenge and he gets away. Jamie Foxx, since he played the lawyer and shit, he apparently wanted his character to be the one that wins and gets Gerard Butler fucked up because he saw Gerard Butler as like the bad guys still. And I guess that's why a lot of people were shitting on the movie because of the ending. So apparently the original ending was supposed to be great. Maybe the movie would have turned out great, but Jamie Foxx wanted it to be his way. And I guess Jamie Foxx was bigger than Gerard Butler at the time. So they were like, yeah, we're going to go with what he says.
Was
I
this
mean,
after, was
I
this
kinda
after-
dig
hold on,
it,
was
bro.
this after Ray dropped? Cause once Jamie Foxx got that,
Oh, it
Oscar,
had to
he
have
went
been.
up.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
why it has to be.
That's why they listen.
That
to
would
him.
have been. I don't know. I don't know if that would have been cliche. It wouldn't have been cliche now because movies intentionally try not to be cliche right now.
Right.
But for the time that they came out, that would have been hella cliche if Gerard Butler got away with all that shit, bro.
Yeah.
It would have been hella cliche, bro. It just would have been hella cliche because it's almost like you want that to happen because you see where he's coming from.
Yeah, you see where it's going.
Didn't his family like get murdered and shit?
Yeah, it was gruesome. Like
Yeah.
his daughter and his wife got assaulted very badly and then killed. Yeah. But
Oh, shit.
and he had to like watch it basically.
Yeah.
He's just like witnessing it. So yeah. He got a lot of people killed, so he got his revenge partially. He just didn't get it all the way through.
No, it only makes sense that he died because he started killing people that didn't have nothing to like. Remember when he killed his cellmate so he can get into the right cell?
Yeah, he was just beating the shit out of him.
No, he stabbed him, dog.
Did he stab him?
You stabbed him in his neck like at least 30 times.
But then he like laid back on the bed, right, and just waited.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I need to go back and watch
Yeah,
it. I
like
didn't know he
started
stabbed him.
he started like wild and like when he started like to get used to killing and shit, it started to like really like, you know what I mean?
Took a hold of him.
Yeah, it took a hold of him, bro.
Took
So it
control.
would only make sense
Crazy.
that the shit like
What happened to
around
Gerard
and get him.
Butler? He's like
they
the
used him too much,
He's
bro.
like
They
the
used
off-brand Russell Crowe to me. He's
dude,
like,
that's all he
Yeah.
was, bro.
Yeah.
He can't. They used him too much,
He
bro.
was
They
a
used him
grade
for
B
a
Russell
solid.
Crowe.
They used
Yeah.
him for like 20 movies within a 2-year time span, at least,
they
bro.
were like, look, we need a white guy action hero,
Bro,
Gerard Butler.
just a beard. He never cut the beard off,
No.
and just him with the beard. I'm like, bro, he's literally like they just changed his top and barely that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, I'm like, bro, they just gonna keep using him.
It was
20
after-
movies in 2 years, dog.
Dude, it was after 300. That was what really made
Yeah,
him
bro,
true.
300 was just so
Just-
hard, and it's funny because Hollywood is so backwards. He came out hella good in 300, right?
Right.
Then they use him for everything except the second 300.
Right.
We wanted to see him again in 300 too,
But he was.
but you use him in everything else. He's
302.
literally in romantic comedies instead of the fucking 302.
Cause he tried to display some range, but he got lost in the sauce.
But they
It's okay.
could have had
No,
a
no, no,
prelude.
for real,
I
'cause
know
it's
he
all-
died,
it's
but they
all
could have had a
good.
prelude.
It's all
bro.
good to have range, but when you branch out, make sure you dip your foot back in. Like if Gerard Butler did 300, did the rom-coms, came back to 300,
Bro, they could have threw.
and then went back, he would have had a successful
They
career.
could have, bro.
But
They
when you
could
go
have
too
threw some
far out-
mythology on there and made it to where he gotta fight his way out of Hades' realm to get back to his army and shit and lead. Yo, I don't know, bro. I just would have.
They could have used him
To
in the
be complete-
Dante's Inferno movie. That would have
True,
been dope.
but to be
I could've
completely
seen that.
honest,
But nah, that's
300
like, well, yeah, he could have been.
300 was
White guy.
great. 300 was
That's
great
like more of a
until
Michael
niggas.
Fassbender type thing. You
I
feel
can
me?
see. I can see that, man.
Yeah,
Mike,
it's like-
yeah, someone make
Yeah,
that.
because they made him do the Assassin's Creed. That should have been.
That
That would
should've-
have been better. If they did Dante's Inferno.
300 was
Hard.
only good until niggas started playing God of War like that, and they was like, man, bro,
Yeah.
it didn't even go down like that.
God of War was definitely.
See,
hard.
niggas was because
Literally one of the
300
best games.
300 came out, and then people were so hype on that like Greek Spartan shit, and then the real niggas was like, you know, God of War, right? And they're like, what?
But did you have a 300 game?
On the PSP. Yeah.
Hard.
Dude. I didn't want to mention it because I didn't know if
No,
y'all
you can't.
played
You
it.
can
but-
go ahead. Yeah, that mode was
Hard.
hard. That mode was
Bro,
hard.
That
but I was
shit,
just
you
saying.
couldn't jump, but it was hard though. That was the only thing. You could not jump. But
And
that
I
shit-
hate games that are like that, man.
Nah,
It-
bro.
mm-mm.
platform. That's why God of War was just so hard. Cause it was like
Just
we
everything,
want you to
yeah.
jump. You gotta
Yeah,
jump every
you gotta
5
go up to
fucking minutes.
puzzles, right?
You
Yeah.
got puzzles.
You gotta
kill some
climb. You
shit.
gotta jump. You gotta fly.
On me, everything.
You gotta
it's funny
swim.
because in
You
the
got
new God of
bosses.
War, you can't jump.
Yeah, exactly. See,
You can't jump in the new
That
God
was
of War.
another thing that time turned me off about that. Because I like the freedom. It kind of restricted your freedom.
I just
then
missed the
but then-
fucking Icarus
but then
wings.
it makes sense because once Kratos got older and wiser, he started to get more tunnel vision. He wasn't as
Yeah, he
free.
not able. He
Yeah,
don't
he
have
was-
to. He's so powerful. He don't have to do all that hustling and
Yeah,
grinding.
mhm.
He just like just staying on his own too.
Cause bro, I'm playing
Right.
God of War 1, the OG one on the PlayStation. And every time I play that game, it just reminds me how fucking angry Kratos was, bro. Every
Yo.
scene, when something
angry.
ends, it zooms in on his face, and he just hella mad.
Yeah.
He has the same fucking
The
expression. He's
book,
just pissed.
dude. The part with the book, dude. I was just like, wow, Kratos. Like
He went through all
He-
that
his-
to rewind
he just-
time to get that dude.
Dude, the book scene, I was like, oh, wow. I just was like, wow. I just couldn't believe. I was like, damn.
Your first
this
playthrough?
the grimiest shit I
Yeah,
ever.
being
Yeah, I'm
a
like,
kid- being a
wow. He
kid.
really wanted he really want to make these things happen.
For real,
It's
being
like,
a kid and like that's your first
Yeah,
playthrough,
bro.
and you like, damn, like this is where Kratos is turning.
yeah,
this
like
is-
right.
it got low. Like what's that one show where it's just the character just get more and more grimy? Fucking Shield. Where he just like it's just like from season 1 to the last, he just gets like just relentlessly just more and more grimy as it
Dude,
goes on.
it's like Breaking Bad.
Like
Walter
Breaking
White,
Bad
dude,
shit,
he
you know what I'm saying?
real,
Character
real.
development.
goes
you know
from
what
a
I'm saying?
chemistry teacher to a stone cold killer.
Same thing with
Nah, bro.
same thing from Jack and Dexter. nigga.
When he made him read that book, bro. Read. I was like, damn,
Just
bro.
beat
Like,
this-
I
Hey,
haven't
look.
even seen that in Sopranos. I haven't even seen nobody be forced to be read in all the 6 seasons.
Hey, you know,
of
funny thing
Sopranos.
is, I was nervous and scared to keep tapping circle. I'm like, when will it end?
I don't
Tony
wanna
didn't
keep
even
doing
force
this shit.
AJ to read.
Right.
Tony didn't even force AJ to read. Kratos is forcing a grown ass man,
Bro.
probably older than him.
Read.
True,
He's forcing an older man than he's older than him. And he's like, read. Bop,
Bam.
bop. And he just like, damn.
Bro, I did it the-
Murdered him with the book.
I did it the second time, and I was like, please let this be over. You got to keep on doing that shit. I was a kid, like, bro, stop.
Yeah, like
And then the
Kratos.
blood like made some shit activate. And I'm like, all right, did he know that was gonna happen? Or I'm just like, all right, this game, bro.
Kratos just wanted to kill him. He had no idea that was
Yeah,
gonna
it was
actually.
like
it was
killed him out of rage, and that he had to do that anyway. Like, what the fuck? Crazy, bro. Hilarious.
I'm like, this dude straight had to go through a whole nother part of the map, stop time, rewind it just to get this nigga to smack.
Do you
with the
guys
book.
remember the one of the PSP games where you have to fight Hades' wife, and you finally meet Calliope, Kratos' daughter, in like the other world, whatever the fuck it is, and they had that long thing where you have 15 minutes of gameplay where like Kratos is like happy he finally got his daughter back and all that shit, and then out of nowhere, Hades' wife tells you like, look, I basically tricked you. Now you have to give up your daughter if you want to even try to get out of this place. So you gotta like tap circle hella times and just push your daughter off you, and then she comes back.
Oh,
and, like,
bro, I
grabs your
remember
leg.
that shit, bro.
You just
Tell
gotta keep
me.
tapping, and then he finally just like shoves her to the ground, and she's like, "Dad."
And you gotta go back into the
Damn.
real world and shit. Damn, yeah, I forgot about that.
that was
bro.
it. Every time
Just
they pulled me back
mushed
in,
her. Yeah, they every time. Just when I thought I
called
was
me
out.
right back. That's what should have been playing when it happened. And every time I felt that was that, it called me right back. Walking back, damn.
Oh, allure.
Man,
Yeah, finally,
yeah,
it just
yeah,
clear.
yeah.
I'm like, they call me right back. Yeah.
But yo, man, one quick question I have for you gentlemen.
What's
bro.
that?
I want to ask this earlier, but with the month coming to an end and the new year coming up, what's y'all thoughts, man? What's y'all resolutions? Y'all got any? Keep grinding, keep hustling. Like, what's going on?
Keep grinding, man. Don't let the grind stop. Make 2022 the year things finally happen.
I want to make some very like cool shit happen with DFA this year. I want to.
Yeah.
I mean, I was already gonna do that, but like I really want to make DFA like my main priority this year. Like really like try to just step on the gas with a lot of shit
Mm-hmm.
and really just max out. Cause I feel like I just been like steady, just. I've been,
Couple
you know what I
picks
mean?
at it, couple
Just
picks
laying back, never missing, but laying back, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I kind of want to step on the gas with it.
Which, by the way, and this ties in with what you were talking about, Charles, where like you want to actually finally this year go and visit other cities and shit.
Type shit.
I got a proposition yesterday at Christmas at my family's house. One of my aunts had basically given one of my uncle, the one that lives in LA with the like art museums and shit. I talked to him, for years growing up, but then we just lost contact. Now I got his number finally, talked to him. You obviously have history with LA, and I need to make a trip out to LA in 2022 so I can, meet this guy. Cause yeah, Mafia, what else?
Crunch
And
time.
obviously, I would love if you tagged along, man.
Type shit.
Make
Nah,
a
that's
whole,
hard right there.
trio trip.
That's hard.
You said in 2022.
Yeah, like anytime. Like I would prefer. Well, I mean,
What about
it's
January 30th.
Oh shit. Mic drop literally. Nigga.
What about January 30th?
That might be a little too early.
Like a last minute joint right there.
Yeah, I was thinking more like maybe April, May, maybe June.
That could work.
Hey, okay, so this is the thing. My birthday is April 18th. And that's 2 days away from 420.
Right.
420 specials.
Right.
LA, you know what I'm saying?
Dispensaries.
Deals. Might catch a deal or two on
You know
National
what I mean?
Weed
Something
Day
like-
of the
something
Weed
like-
Capital.
something like- Right,
Bruh.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
All I know is you know, art scene, dude. We'd be able to go there and fuck with the art scene.
True, just to see that. Just to see that.
I read
The
this
art
dude.
this shit don't look how you think it look though.
Right.
Nothing sounds like what it is.
But the people.
Word.
But no, that should be hard though. But with the last year coming, be more prosperous. Nothing but more blessings coming our way.
Steady aim, bro. Like I said, I just
A lot of dope shit coming.
You know what I learned the other day?
Harder, bro.
I got a lot of shit coming next year. It's gonna be crazy.
Go hard.
I forgot
bro. Go
what.
harder.
I forgot who I was talking to. One of you, or maybe it was my brother, man.
Talking to me.
You talking to me? But I found out a lot of the shit that I have like goals wise. Like I just found out basically I'm just lazy. Like what you just had
that epiphany,
dude.
I just had an epiphany today, bro. I promise. I'm like, I know exactly what the problem is. I just need to fix it. I'm not gonna rant about it. I'm not. No, I know exactly what the issue is, bro. I'm just gonna make some.
But we
changes.
killed so much shit in 2021 that it finally opened my eyes. And I'm like, dude, this is all this shit I'm in the process of making that documentary on
Type shit.
Douglas Court.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. I got 30 people right now signed up for this project.
Oh, that's hard.
And
take charge,
bro. No, I just realized I'm like, damn, this is a lot. This is shit that I've been wanting to do for years. And we did so much shit this year, man.
Man, we did.
Shoot, I mean,
it ain't like we ain't been working, but I just want to go harder.
Man,
I just want to go harder.
Go harder.
I want to go harder, dog. I did because I feel like I could always go harder. Even when I feel like I'm going hard, I feel like damn I could be going. And I definitely feel like I could be going harder than I've been going. And I need to go hard for the right reasons too. Because going hard don't mean nothing if you ain't going hard for shit. If you going hard
hard
for
body
shit, you know what I'm saying? So nah, for real though, I'm telling you straight up. These like you get to a point in your life where you know what I'm saying. You just know you
always
like,
got
right.
room for more improvement.
Yeah, bro, you gotta trim the fat, go hard. If you feel like you can't go harder, it's because you gotta trim that fat. If you feel like I'm going as hard as I could possibly go, what do I do? Trim some of that fat off. You know what I'm saying? Get some of that dead weight off of you. Get them squares out your circle. You carrying too much weight, and maybe you is going hard, but if you don't feel like damn, I could go harder. Fuck with me. Nah, for real though. Nah, what song is that? I don't even remember that. You know me.
It's Go Hard by DJ Khaled from the We Global.
I don't even remember that song.
You don't remember? This shit was an underground classic, man.
I do want motherfuckers to go hard. I'm
Yo,
thinking
man,
more
I
like
get
Waka
you,
Flocka. Like, I'm feeling like Waka Flocka. Shoot me or salute me too. You know what I'm saying? Shoot me or salute me too, Waka. That's what time I'm trying to get back on. I need the old me back. You know what I'm saying? For real though.
The old you, but wiser.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? With wiser comes like a. Sometimes when you wiser, bro, you don't really like. You more patient.
But that's the thing. You take the greatness from your old self, but then through time, the mistakes your old self had, you was able to fix. That's why you say,
look, DFA, this the rebirth.
Oh, man.
That's it.
Oh, okay, wait. One last thing. Do you guys remember like when growing up, like when Quick Trip first became like a thing that you would regularly see?
Bro, I've been seeing QTs.
But like,
What time is
there wasn't
It's 6:30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
hard body.
All right.
But no, basically like when I was young, man, I forgot at one point I was just talking to Josh about this the other day. You walk into a Quick Trip, you're probably like 8 years old, early 2000s, and you see
Gummy worms.
you got the gummy worms and all the other candy, but right next to the candy, it's a shit ton of fucking trading cards.
Oh yeah, it's all like the wacky tacky package.
Yeah, but then they also had the they had Yu-Gi-Oh cards, they had Pokemon cards.
Yeah, facts.
But one day they just took them out and we never realized it. Like we went in there and it never hit us that like, oh shit, there's no more trading cards.
Because it was no longer a fad. Like early 2000s was a thing for trading card games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, them wacky tacky joints, bro. Them motherfuckers was hard, bro. Those was like some of the some of the very first flips I had seen. Those was just nothing but flips. It was just collectible flips like Snorrocks. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. I wish I could find all my wacky tacky packages again.
They even had Yo Mama joke cards.
You know,
they don't have, bro. Quick Trip don't have none of that shit no more.
No, they just no gas station does.
No,
they just took that shit out.
Look at the times, man. Everything's technical, and then like I said, those running gags and like trading card shit was popping in the early 2000s.
Right.
That shit ain't.
But this shit just like vanished one day. Like it's not like we were like, oh shit, man, like this is getting kind of lame. It was just one day, bam, Thanos snap. Cards aren't even cool,
real, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I just this is also another special episode because, jokes, head ass. The next time we see each other, a record is gonna be next year. So, this is the last podcast of this year, fam.
Damn, man.
Y'all take that in.
Sounds a little like terrifying almost.
Yeah, some crazy shit, bro.
Damn.
You do the dishes. You know what I'm saying?
Food for thought. Well, what was the Jay-Z? How's he doing?
When the clouds come, we gone. Damn, bro, that's we Rockefeller.